Hello, this is Coach Cheese Pearson, and I am coming back at you with a very exciting and compelling story about an American icon, a baseball player, Reggie Jackson, who is a Hall of Famer. And what is just so incredible about his story is that not only was he a phenomenal baseball player, but also he was able to overcome systemic racism in baseball. In 1966, Reggie Jackson was drafted to play professional baseball, but during that time, he was dating a white female. However, she was actually a Mexican girl. So during that period, the powers that be, they said, well, we cannot make Reggie Jackson a #1 draft because he is going to cause a lot of trouble dating a white girl. So instead of being selected as the #1 draft pick, he was selected as #2. And what I find to be so fascinating about his performance on the baseball field, he earned the nickname Mr. October because he was a clutch player. For example, every time a game was very close, well, you can count on Reggie Jackson to come through. And boy, did he come through. In 1973 and 1977, he won the World Series MVP twice. He is the only baseball player to play for two different teams to win the World Series MVP. And in 1972, 1973, and 1974, he played for the Oakland A's. And each year, they won the World Series, which was a three-peat. And that just enhanced his reputation as a phenomenal baseball player. And in 1977, he played for the New York Yankees. And again, he stepped up to the plate and he won the World Series MVP. Now, I want to focus on his documentary, his very personal and poignant documentary, which is titled Reggie. And the documentary is very, very personal and just straight to the point. He talks about his experience in baseball in terms of how he was undermined and how he was mistreated, denigrated, and disrespected. For example, he played baseball during the Civil Rights era from 1954 to 1968. That was the period when there were a lot of marches regarding the civil rights of Black people in America. And in the documentary, he highlights that he could not go to certain restaurants because he was a Black male. He could not also go to certain hotels because of the color of his skin, a Black male. Now, in 2005, Reggie Jackson, he organized a very successful financial team to purchase the Oakland A's Dodgers. Now, he had recruited Bill Gates, who is one of the most wealthiest people in the world, who is worth billions of dollars. And Reggie Jackson, he made it very clear that he would be willing to pay an additional $25 million regarding the asking price of the team. Now, in 2005, the owners of the Oakland A's Dodgers were Stephen Scott and Ken Hoffman. Now, Reggie Jackson, he was collaborating with the team owners as well as the baseball commissioner, and his name is Bud Selig. And Reggie Jackson, he made it perfectly clear that he was going to pay an additional $25 million, which means that him and his financial team would have purchased the Oakland A Dodgers for $205 million, and he was denied because of racism. Well, anyway, today, Reggie Jackson, he doesn't hold any grudges or any animosity. He is considered to be a very committed man to uplifting the community in terms of helping underserved kids in marginalized communities. He has this foundation, which is titled the October Foundation, and he earned that nickname because he was a clutch player when he was playing baseball. And what I find to be just so wonderful about Mr. Jackson is that he recruits many kids in New York, particularly the community, the Bronx. And he has these workshops on STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, and math, so that he can educate these kids and just help them to move forward to understand that if you want to lift yourself out of poverty, well, you want to go to college and you want to be introduced to STEM. And he is just doing an incredible job as a role model and as someone who is very, very passionate about helping kids who are in disenfranchised communities. Now, I highly recommend for you to read his book, which is titled Reggie, his autobiography, and it goes into a whole lot of personal information about his career as well as his personal life. You heard it from me, Coach Cheese Pearson. If you like this video, I want you to please make sure that you press that subscribe button and you give me a thumbs up, and do not forget to add comments about this video. Thank you.